You probably have known people who changed because of women. They got in a relationship or there was just a woman who came in their life. And before this, it was maybe one of your friends, one of your colleagues. It was a whole other person. I have known people who said, when I have a girlfriend, I won't let them tell me what to do and I will be the boss in a relationship. You know, people like that. But then when this happens and they met a girl, a woman, it's quite the opposite of what's happening. I have lost friends because of this. I had a friend group not so long ago, and one of my friends got into a relationship. And he basically ghosted the rest of the group. He's still together with the girl, but he lost all his friends. And I think when he loses the girl, he'll come crawling back. But then it's too late. Don't let this be you. The reason I'm making this video is because I basically experienced a kind of similar situation in my life. Not that I left my friends or stuff like that, but with a girl. And I basically let it control me. Basically, I met a girl a couple of months ago somewhere, and I always thought she was very special. And I always was interested in her. So back then, I really did my best to create a spot in her life, you know. This didn't really work out, and our contact really faded away. So not too long ago, I was at a party kind of thing with my friends, and she was there. And she started talking to me basically, and said she wanted to see me more, stuff like that. I wasn't really sure what I had to think about it. So she was like, we should see each other more often. I was like, I will see what this brings, you know. I didn't have any expectations. So that went on for a while, and it was basically pretty fun. So it was pretty fun until I noticed she wasn't really doing that much effort, and she was doing weird, you know how it goes. So we had a conversation about it and went on with her lives basically, until it kind of faded away because some circumstances. And you don't notice when it's happening, but in that period of time, I made her my focus. And now I realize that. And this was like a week, 2 weeks ago. So it's really new still. And when I compare my previous self before her and during her, it's basically total shame because I was so focused. I'm still focused, but I was not as focused. I was doing the bare minimum basically. And that's a shame, but I'm really glad I learned from it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people watching this have experience in this and can relate to what I'm saying, because you feel on top of the world and you feel loved and stuff like that. But when you make that your focus and it's all gone, what do you have left, you know? So what if you lose it? You can't forget why you are doing this in the first place, bro. It's not for her, it's for yourself. And she is a nice bonus to it, but she is not the reason you're doing all this and you're watching these videos. Or maybe this one, but you know what I mean. You get my point. Because she ain't special, bro. How many times you've thought before that, oh, she's a special one, she is the one, you know? She isn't special. You made her special in your head, and the idea of her and the potential is what made you pursue this for so long. But if you take a quick look at it, is she really special though? And has she treated you like a special girl would? The idea of her is what's so appealing and attractive, and a lot of times not the reality. Because you see this future, you know, and you see how it can be and how it could work out. But when it doesn't, it feels like you lost that, but you really didn't. It was just an idea in your head you made up because you wanted it to be true. I hope that makes sense. And a lot of the times you sit there making yourself go crazy, and well, she is basically just laughing with other boys and doesn't give a fuck. Is that really how your younger self would want you to be? And I get it, don't get me wrong, because I really made myself go crazy for this person and for the idea of the person. And I really regret that, but I learned from it. So this is a sign to get focused again, man. She's an added bonus to your life, and you have to remember that. She's not your whole life. When you depend on how she makes you feel and the things she says or does, you're destroying yourself, because it can go like this and it's all gone. And that's just a waste of energy and time. Always have respect for yourself. A lot of times you didn't really want her, but you wanted to, without noticing, fill the void because you felt like something was missing. and you just used a girl as a coping mechanism. And if there's one thing I want you to remember from this video, it's the relationship with yourself is always more important than a relationship with someone else, always. You lost yourself when you made her the goal, but maybe you needed this experience to realize you were the goal all along. And I get it, man. It feels like you're on top of the world and there are no worries when you have a special person in your life. But that shouldn't mean you forget all your priorities, you know. And you can't neglect other parts of your life, like your friends, like I said, and like anything. And she was never the reason why you're watching content like this or trying to achieve things in life and want to have your goals achieved. So don't forget that. And she's not special. So that's all I had to say basically. I hope this video helped you and you could relate. And if you like this video and this content in general, this channel, you can always like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully see you in the next one.